Good morning. How you guys doing? It's Mike back with the thought of the day on June 20th, 2024. First, I want to give honor and praise to Ahaya Shoahaya, Bashem Yeshaya, or Wakadash. That's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit in Hebrew. Then I like to open with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. May your will, not mine, be done. Today, I like to talk about a very serious topic, and I hope this topic don't ruffle too many feathers out there, but it's something that needs to be talked about, especially with the young adults between the ages of like 18 and 23, because this wasn't taught to me when I was growing up, and I seen it, experienced some of this in my life, and some of it, not all of it, and I talked to other people that experienced different aspects of this in their lives, and it's the dangers of fornication. The dangers of fornication. Fornication means to have sexual intercourse with somebody before you get married. And growing up, we got health class, so they teach us the physical dangers such as catching STDs or having an unwanted pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? So we were very well versed in understanding those consequences, but nobody really never went over the spiritual consequences of fornication. You know what I'm saying? Especially the kind of churches I went to, the Baptist churches, they wasn't really talking about that or pushing that. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of fornicating going on, a lot of adultery and things of that nature. So that wasn't really pushed. But as y'all grown in this truth and started to study and learn different things, the fornication is it can really bring a lot of damage into you spiritually, mentally also. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go through some of the things that it does. First, what it does is it has us sinning against our own body. You know what I'm saying? Because this body doesn't belong to us. This is a temple of the Most High, and when we sin against our body, it has effects to it. And a lot of different effects come into place when we sin against our body, man, which later on can lead to physical things. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High then told us about sinning against his body and by fornication. And sometimes that leads to the different cancers and different things once we get older from that sinful fornication of not waiting until we get married. And a lot of times we think he's doing that because he doesn't want us to have fun or this or that. Nah, he's trying to protect us to what's out there because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to men, especially when we fornicate early, we leave a part of ourselves in those people that we fornicate with. And as you go on, you're losing more of yourself in terms of spiritually. You depleting yourself while you're doing that. You get what I'm saying? And then you got to deal with those incubus and succubus spirits later on in life. And when it comes to women, each time they fornicate, that man they fornicate with leaves some of his DNA inside of her, and it goes up into her brain. And so then she develops different emotions and mentalities, and it could lead later on in life, it could lead to things like schizophrenia and her breaking down and things of that nature. And it's hard to come back from that because you have so many different mentalities inside of you from the fornication. And the Most High intended us to be with the first person that we have sex with. He intended us to marry that person. So also so that we won't develop all these different experiences before we actually get married. So now you done had this mind-blowing fornication experiences, and then you get married, and now you with your mate, and your mate might not be that experienced in that, and now you feel a letdown. And you're like, yo, like, this is not what I signed up for. So now that's why you have people before they get married, they say, now I need to test that part of the relationship. I need to test the sexual intimacy of the relationship before I decide to marry this person. And that's because of the early fornication. And then you could get into the mix with somebody in fornication and get a soul tie. And once you get a soul tie to that person, Once you get married and you're trying to maintain a different relationship, you can't get that person off your mind. You can't seem to shake that person. And then it comes back and it leads to you not enjoying your marriage, you being neglectful to your spouse because you keep thinking about that person, man. And this is some real stuff right here. And it starts because we want to test the waters early and we want to sow our royal oats and do this and do that, not understanding the implications on the back end when you're trying to maintain a very good relationship and you're wondering why you don't have that connection with your spouse that you need to have. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not speaking from my experience now because I have a great connection with my spouse, and we did the work and the prayers and stuff to try to break those bonds from things in our past of that nature. So I just want to get that out there now. But I'm just speaking from past experience, and I'm speaking from conversations and stuff that I had with different people. Like that fornication, the spiritual damaging is very much real. Very, very much real, man. And it's something that I hope the young people, I know the music and everything is pushing you to do that, but I pray that you give yourself a chance to have a prosperous life, because once you start and open that door, it gets fed. Those demons want to get fed, and they want to get fed more and more. And then you chase, and chase. And next thing to do, your eyes open and you really want to be married and you really want to settle down. But now it's hard for you to have the connection that you really want. And that connection with that other person is very serious, man. It's a very serious connection that you want to have, but you're still tied to somebody else, or you didn't gave too much of yourself out before you got married, or your mental just not there because you can't stop thinking about that other person, that blew your mind through the fornication, and then those incubus and succubus spirits just continue to attack, and now you win something, man. So I pray that this message can be received with maturity and people understand what I'm saying, and we can reflect on our lives. And if you feel like that you did too much, it's not too late. You could pray and fast. You could go seek serious spiritual counsel to get those demons up off you and things of that nature, so you can have a prosperous relationship and marriage with the person that you're with. Or if you're not married and you want it, you can cleanse yourself. And if you're young, just stay away from it until it's time for you to get married, so you could really enjoy your spouse the way you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Both of you guys go through those experiences together for the first time, and it should be a joyful thing. This is Mike. Enjoy the rest of your day. Shalom.